Hello everyone and welcome to this new video. Today we want to talk about change. Now you made a decision that most people never make. You stepped out of your comfort zone. And the moment you did, the old version of you began to crumble. That pressure that you feel, that confusion, that's not failure. That's the beginning of transformation. This is the tunnel where warriors are forged, where old identities die and new ones rise. Don't resist it. Do not numb it. Embrace it. Because on the other side of this, you will have power, clarity, and a stronger version of you. Let's dive in. So when you committed to stepping out of your comfort zone, beyond that, you made a conscious choice to become someone greater than you are today. And this choice, though made willingly, comes with a price. And that price is transformation. Transformation is not an easy, gentle process. It is a breakdown, a violent breakdown of the old self. It is a necessary destruction that makes room for the emergence of something new, stronger, and much more capable. Now, we all build fortresses around ourselves. That's the way humans are. These walls are comfortable, they offer protection, predictability, and safety. We construct them over years and perhaps decades, sculpting ourselves into a particular shape that fits our old life, our old challenges, and our old limitations. Yet there is a fundamental truth that history teaches us. Empires which remain within their walls will eventually fall and crumble. The greatest civilizations were never born from those who stayed behind defensive barriers. Rome did not expand by remaining inside the city. These great empires extended their horizons by moving outward, by meeting challenges in open terrain and emerging victorious with expanded territories and refined strategies. Your comfort zone is your fortress. And while it may seem protective, staying too long within it guarantees a different kind of defeat. The world does not wait, and challenges do not announce themselves before attacking. If you remain too long in your fortress, the enemies, the obstacles, the limitations, the doubts, the challenges will eventually breach your walls. You will not win by hiding. This is a universal truth. You will only win by stepping out, by choosing your battlefield, and by meeting your challenges where they might be. You already made this choice, and you have already left your fortress. You are no longer safe behind those walls. There is no going back now, not if you truly wish to succeed. Now imagine this transformation as a portal. And this portal has a definite length of time, a time period during which you will transition from who you currently are to who you must become. And this tunnel of change, well, it's not pleasant. It is disorienting and it feels foreign. It's like drowning in unfamiliar waters, like a tsunami or a hurricane that tears away everything you thought you knew about yourself. But this is not a sign that you are failing. This is the actual process itself. When you enter this tunnel, you're being broken down. The habits that served your old life cannot coexist with the demands of your new undertaking. The tools you once wielded will not work anymore. The strategies that got you here will not carry you forward. You must let go of the character that you have become. You must shed the old identity like a snake shedding skin that no longer fits. This is why the beginning of transformation feels so painful. You are not merely learning new skills, you are becoming literally a new person. And that process of becoming requires that you lose something. You lose your old identity, you lose your familiar patterns, you lose the person who felt safe inside that fortress. The length of this tunnel, however, varies. Sometimes transformation takes a week, sometimes it takes a month, sometimes 8, a year, more. This duration depends entirely and solely on the magnitude of your undertaking. A small change will require a shorter tunnel, but if you have chosen to slay a greater dragon, to conquer new territory, to build an empire, then you must prepare for a longer journey through the darkness. Now, regardless of the duration, there is one universal rule. You must not resist what is happening to you inside that tunnel. there is this critical law. Do not resist the change. Resistance is the enemy, not the change itself, but your resistance to it. When you resist transformation, you are fighting against that very process that will make you stronger. You're saying no to the breakdown that must happen before the rebuild. This is like a builder saying no to demolition before construction. It is futile, and it will create suffering without progress. Let me repeat that again. Your resistance to transformation is futile because it will only create suffering without any true progress. Now, the moment you step out of your fortress, you are committed to change. There is no middle path. There is no half transformation. You cannot emerge from the tunnel as mostly the new version of yourself. You are either moving through it completely or you are moving backwards. Now, when you resist, you slow your progress. But more dangerously, you remain conscious of the pain without progressing through it. This is the worst possible scenario. You experience the discomfort of transformation without gaining its benefits. Do not resist. Instead, surrender to that change. Allow yourself to be broken down. Welcome the discomfort as a sign that you are changing, not as a sign that you are failing. Now, there is a trap of numbing. Consciousness matters, and let me tell you why. There is a reason why many people fail in their transformation, because they attempt to numb the experience. When the suffering becomes intense, when the old identity begins to shatter, when you feel truly lost and overwhelmed, the temptation arises to reduce that pain. Now you reach for sugar, you scroll through social media endlessly, you distract yourself with entertainment. You do anything to lower your conscious awareness of what is happening to you. This is the greatest trap of transformation. Numbing the experience means numbing the transformation itself. When you're numb, you're not paying attention to what is being broken down and rebuilt within you. You are not developing awareness of your new patterns, and you're not consciously integrating the changes that must happen. You're just simply trying to make it stop hurting. And here's the consequence. If you numb the transformation inside that tunnel, you will not, let me repeat, you will not emerge as the person you intended to become. Now you have three options or three outcomes. One of three things will happen. The first scenario is that you will resist transformation so completely that you will reverse direction entirely. You will travel backwards through the tunnel and return to your old self, your old fortress, your old limitations. All the discomfort you experienced was for nothing. The second scenario, you become stuck in an incomplete transformation. You branch off from the main tunnel into a side path, and you're no longer the old you, but you are not the new you either. You exist like in this liminal space, confused, uncertain, perhaps resentful that you did not fully change. You will not be fully committed to either identity. You will no longer be the old you, nor the new you. And this is perhaps worse than either extreme because you're stranded between two worlds, mastering neither. Now, the third scenario will be that you will successfully exit the tunnel. You will emerge weakened. Why is that? Because you were not fully conscious of your transformation. You did not fully integrate it. Your new self is incomplete, fragmented, lacking the strength and coherence it should have. Now, all three outcomes stem from the same root cause, which is the attempt to numb the experience, the attempt to numb the pain of change. What is the antidote then? The antidote is simply awareness. You must remain fully conscious throughout the transformation. You must be aware of what is being taken from you. You must feel the loss of your old identity. You must notice which habits are falling away and which new patterns are emerging. You must witness your old breakdown and rebuild. This awareness is painful, but this pain is productive pain. It is the pain of growth, not the pain of stagnation, not the pain of resentment and regret. Now, you have to embrace the suck. This is the way forward. Your new undertaking demands new equipment. It demands that you wield weapons you have never held before. It demands strategies that you have not yet learned. It demands a version of yourself that does not yet exist. That version of yourself will be built inside that tunnel, in the darkness, in the discomfort, in the loneliness of transformation. And yes, it will suck. Yes, it will feel weird. Yes, it will sometimes even feel wrong. You will question yourself constantly. You will wonder if you ever even made a mistake by stepping out of your comfort zone. You will miss your fortress. You will miss the simplicity of your old life. That is all part of the process. You should just simply embrace that suck. Do not try to make it feel good. Do not try to make it feel normal. Accept that for this period of time, you will be uncomfortable, it will be disoriented, and it will be difficult. Accept this fully. Surrender to it. Make peace with it. When you embrace the suck, you stop fighting against that transformation. You stop expending energy in resistance. Instead, you direct all of your energy towards moving through the tunnel toward the emergence on the other side. Now, what is the destination? That is who you will become. When you emerge from the tunnel, you will not be the same person who entered it. You will not even be the same person you thought you would become. You will most likely be someone much, much greater. You will wield new weapons, you will possess new equipment, you will move faster, think sharper, and act with greater precision. You will understand yourself in ways you could not have imagined, and you will have access to strengths you did not know you even possessed. And most importantly, you will have proven to yourself that you can survive transformation, that you can walk through fire and emerge intact, that you can leave your fortress and conquer new territory, that you can face the dragon and claim victory. That is what awaits you on the other side of the tunnel. Not comfort, but power. Not simplicity, but mastery. Not safety, but absolute freedom. Now here's the choice before you. You now stand at a crossroads in your life, and you have already taken that decision. You have already stepped out of your fortress. You have already committed yourself to this undertaking. You have already entered the tunnel. The question now is not whether you will be broken down. You will be. The question is whether you will resist that breaking or surrender to it. Will you numb yourself with distractions, only to emerge incomplete and confused? Or will you walk through the tunnel with full consciousness, fully aware of your transformation, fully present to that which is being unmade and remade within you? The choice is yours, but you have to know this. The tunnel does not care about your comfort. It cares only about your transformation. It will break you down regardless of your preference. The only variable is your consciousness and your surrender. So I invite you to do what you set out to do when you left that fortress. I invite you to not resist the change. Embrace it. Feel it. Walk through it fully conscious and fully present. Slay the dragon, conquer the territory, extend the horizons of your kingdom, and emerge on the other side as the warrior that you have always been meant to become. The tunnel change is not a punishment. The tunnel of change is not a punishment. It is a gift. It is the forge in which your greatest self is now being crafted. I hope, because this video and really recording this and writing all of this down is just a reflection of my personal experience at the current moment. I have 6 months now. I have just started my master's thesis, which I'm doing a really difficult project at the moment. And I'm moved to a different city than my university. I'm doing it in a company, in a factory. And it's I feel that I'm being broken down, and I feel that I have new weapons to wield, and I feel every single sentence that I wrote down here. So I just wanted to share it with you guys because maybe someone can benefit from it. If you like this video, maybe give it a thumbs up. If you like this content, perhaps consider subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.